today I'm speaking with someone who has quite literally shared the operational backbone of India's most iconic public sector enterprises. Sri Prakash Posina is with us today, a strategic leader whose journey at Vizag Steel spans over 3 decades, covering everything.
People should be more data oriented. People should know about what is how we can use the data, what is right, what is the right information, what is wrong information.
Given your experience in cross-functional leadership and large-scale operations, how do you see ESG principles influencing the way industries like steel approach long-term value creation and responsibility?
So inclusivity is very important because when you see, especially in a country like India and all this, when you see so many people getting of opportunity, helplessness.
Hello everyone and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast brought to you by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm your host and today I'm speaking with someone who has quite literally shared the operational backbone of India's most iconic public sector enterprises. Sri Prakash Posina is with us today, a strategic leader whose journey at Vizag Steel spans over 3 decades, covering everything from cost optimization, but also steered complex JV transitions, handling statutory reviews, and even creating frameworks that have become internal benchmarks for efficiency.
Thank you, Tanay. It's a lovely, good word from you. I don't know whether I deserve or not, but definitely Vizag Steel is a very big plant. So people like me, definitely many more are there. Thank you for a great introduction.
100%, sir. You're truly deserving it because your career journey we have it in front of us. It's truly amazing, sir. You've seen the steel industry through different lenses, like crisis control on shop floor, policy reporting at corporate level, and strategic planning across multi-agency partnerships. So I'm genuinely looking forward to walking through this journey with you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, you've had a remarkable journey, one that spans decades, functions, and milestones. But could you please take us back to where it all started and walk us through your career story in your own words? Like what shaped the path you started on and how it's evolved over the years?
It is a great journey, Tanay. Actually, what happened is I have done my engineering in metallurgy, passed out 40 years back in NIT Surathkal. So you might have heard NIT Surathkal. So basically, when I joined 40 years back, I don't know branches, I don't have much idea. So I got a very good college. So I joined metallurgical engineering. For my rank, I got that NIT Surathkal. My priority was getting a good college than the branch. That was the concept when we joined 40 years back. Then I'm metallurgy. I have done my 4 years metallurgical engineering, and during the process, I was not, though I passed out with a distinction. I'm not really comfortable because somehow I felt that my likings are more into systems data at that 40 years back itself. I'm more into structured. Maybe I got from my father and all. So okay, I've done. I came out of the college with distinction in metallurgical engineering, and as a middle class person, definitely we need to find a job. And metallurgists definitely they have to go into steel plant only. Not many options. So what happened is, it is my father is no more. In '87 he is expired. So my requirement of I should be nearer to my home. I come from a place called Kakinada, East Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh. So nearest place for me is Vizag Steel plant, which is just started the production in the 1990s. So I got selected, then I joined here. It's just about 150 kilometers from my hometown. So that is how I joined. So as usual, as I told you, I was not really comfortable with metallurgical engineering, technical, blast furnaces, steel melting shop. Then okay, then while during the induction does such a way that what they normally do is during the assessment for 3 months training, they take different tests and the branches are allotted, the departments are allotted based on your performance in the training. There are about 100 departments because it is an integrated steel plant, right from raw material stage to, making wire rods and all those things. So now the thing is that to get my liking branch, there are only few branches. There's production planning is there. So I was literally trying to get that branch. Unless I top that branch, I cannot get the production planning department. So I could top it. I got the production planning department. That's how I started. So I from metallurgy I changed over to production planning. So then I started enjoying the work. The production planning is a critical nerve center of the plant because they overall integrated scenario. Lot of planning issues, critical issues, bottlenecks will be there, IR issues and all. So I learned for about 10 years I was there in the production planning department and doing manpower planning. There is a summer preparation plan, monsoon plan, and all those things. So what happened is that step is a very critical, though then because I worked in a very critical department, it's the nerve center of the plant. I was in the looks of the top management, including chairmen at that point of time, because there is a main control center, we can say. People, they will come and interact. So I got an opportunity to go as a tier 2 chairman directly after that 10 years period. So the first step really gave me one more step to work directly under the chairman at the age of after 10 years of my service in 2000. So one day the chairman himself is called me directly. He told, why don't you join? So he might have observed many things and he asked me to, why don't you join my office? Then he told me when you can join. Then I was trying, I don't know, I'm taking more time. So I told sir, because it is on 21st October or something, 2020, 2001. So I told sir, because I'm doing some other job at that time, I told politely, sir, I will be able to join only 1st November because I have to complete the jobs which I'm doing at that time. So he told, no problem, today the order will come, whichever from 1st November 2001. The order has come in the evening. Then I joined the chairman office in November 1st, 2001. So it's a great man, Dr. B.N. Singh, if you can take his name. He is known for this turnaround of the Vizag Steel plant in late 90s. So he is from Bihar. So he has done wonders. The plant was really in a very bad shape at that time because all of us we were thinking that to go to Y2K at that time. So all of us were planning to go, but fortunately, he's a good person. He's turned around. He motivated all of us, and ultimately the plant has come out. We made from minus two, made surplus funds, and a lot of things. We learned a lot of things. After years gone, I fortunately worked with five more chairmen. They asked me to continue, and in two tenures, I worked for about 8 years in chairman corporate office. In learning all the main things in chairman office because chairman office is the critical center like CM office or PM office, is the main center for the steel plant. So we boundary management of the ministry, then including in the within the functional directorates, operations, commercial, finance. So I learned most of the things in the corporate office. Then after that, it so happened that I was requesting to because I've done some service. I was liking the IT software also. Then then I went to as a core team member to enterprise resource planning, SAP. We are implementing in 2014. We went on live. We migrated from legacy to SAP. Though Wipro is the consultant. So we went there. I was there for 7 to 8 years. The entire production planning, costing, we have managed the all bill of materials, the routings, and all we have done. And I'm very, at least the team is proud enough because only 20 people, compared to other, plants, only 20 of core team members we could make it live. Obviously, as you know, SAP, ERP is a lot of change management prepared. Definitely, not many people will be really liking it. It is forcing you to do some things. But fortunately, now people are enjoying after about 10 years of the ERP implementation. Now people are enjoying the fruits. And that is one crucial thing we really liked it. Then after that, I came to projects because I was there for after the core team has been. I came to projects to look after joint ventures and then project monitoring. There is a group called project monitoring. So we were handling different contracts, key milestones. Then and also a part of it is joint ventures. Joint ventures, of course, not many are there, but I was given the in charge to look after the things. So I was handling that into last 5 years. We can say from 2020 to 25, these 5 years. So this is how luckily I can say I'm lucky enough to get into this sort of a things from metallurgy. All these different scenarios. Otherwise, I never felt that I'll be able to do in software, then projects. I would have been one blast furnace or steel melting shop, and being that is very great. My organization gave me opportunity, and thankful to them. Thank you.
Even, yeah, sometimes life takes its own choices and puts us on the
Yes, yes,
right
I
path,
agree
right?
with you. Sorry, tell me.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just saying that sometimes life puts us into the best scenario automatically by just some
Yes,
things happening and you
yes,
take a
yes.
new path. So, one of the things that really stood out to me while going through your journey was the decision you made to completely restructure the product coding system, a move that reduced redundancy by over 60% and improved traceability across the board. We would love to know what sparked that idea, sir, and how did you actually go about making it real in a setup as complex and layered as Vizag Steel?
Yes. Thank you. Then I basically what has happened when we had a core team, we are having a discussions with the consultant. There is a legacy, there is a product code. Every product should have a code because obviously that is the basic identification. So what is happening? We are maintaining a 15-digit internal product code. The product code is designed only for saleable products. Whenever we want to sell to raise invoice and all, we require a code. That is what we are handling is 15-digit product code used to handle in steel plant. Now the product code, what is happening is since it's a manual, there are about 22 branches. Sometimes there is no one particular agency is creating. The last minute, some customer wants a product. They don't know whether the code is there or not. They will create a code. They will to generate invoice. So like that happens. So what happened when we are migrating from legacy to SAP? The thing is that I was because I know my interests are all about the data, how we can consolidate, make it more lean. So I do all these things. So I was thinking, then I was having a discussion with the consultant. In SAP that is called 18 digit code is there for any code, material code you can say, any product or not. So what they say is we can take internal coding or external coding. Internal coding is the system gives the number. Suppose if you want to develop a code for that, system will give a unique number and people will be following it. They have to search with respect to Prakash or Tanay or whatever. That number will come. We cannot know from the code what exactly, like Aadhaar. We cannot know from Aadhaar which place is there. Definitely. That is wantedly they might have done. Otherwise, you can give the 16 digit, you can make it 12 digit, you can make it. If they have they could have done it, then people will track you. Okay, now the thing is that then I was thinking, we have to use that 18 digit code. Then I told very clearly to the consultant because see, steel plant is about 20,000 people working, different levels, right from non-executive to executive level, and they have to deal these codes. Okay, they can search. Searching is not always there is an option. Why don't we put some inbuilt system into the thing so that people will know that these products are mine, these products are some department. That easier. So that is the reason the idea has come to me. I told we will restrict ourselves to the 18 digit. We will take the best of both. We will take core internal as well as whatever SAP gives. Then what happened? Then we started how to now the thing is to go for external coding. I will design the system how the 18 digits should be there. Then the all some other legacy systems already they are following 15 digit character length, 2 digit, because there the length is at the time there is a length compulsory, you cannot do it. Then what I made, though 18 digit SAP allows, then I made it a 15 digit because already the systems are programs are designed for 15 digit. Now we came down to 15 digit, not internal numbering, external numbering. That we were decision. I could somehow convince the people. The 15 digit I should be able to design in such a way that people should be able to identify. So then I was having a doubt because in steel plant, as I told you, a lot of departments are there. The products basically from the rolling mills. There are about 6 rolling mills. So that may go up to maximum 20 or 19. It cannot do more than that. So what I have done is I made first 2 digits as the mill identification. Okay. So first 2 digits, someone sees the code, he knows, oh, 46 is this, 16 is this. So I made that first 2 digits. Number 1 and 2 digit of the 15. Third and fourth, again in the mill, they roll something called profiles like rounds, rebars. I'm sorry, I have to, unless I able to tell you, you cannot enjoy rounds, rebars, angles, so many things are there. In each mill, they will do that. So the third and fourth digit will give you the profile. 01 is a round, 02 is a rebar, something. Then the next one within the profile, we know I want 6 mm, I want 19 mm. So now the next 5 digits we made a size. Suppose 19.64 is there, some size. That point we made it 0. 19064 is nothing but 19.64 size. 01 is the plane. Suppose if I made one line, I know that this is from wire mill, this is the plane, this is this size. Now we made 2 plus 2, 9 digit. Okay. Then we got 4 more digits. There is one more important parameter, is grade in for any steel. Like we are on high steel, high carbon steels. For that 4 digit, we made high carbon 1 category, first 2 digit. Within the 4 digit high carbon steels, lot of things, 1008, mild steels, the chromium steels. We made 4 digit code. From that, we can do at least some sort of a grade also. Last 2 digit is we can know it is a full length material or defective material. If you see the last 2 digit, if it is 00, we can say it is a normal. If it is 01, some defective. So made so that people will know from the code itself, it is a defective or not regular length or which grade is size. So this we made it. It is very nicely, and luckily because of this thing, everything has come in place. Mostly 99% people are by seeing the code do it. So that is what wonder we have done, and because I told you, because it is not the mistake of them, because so many branches are developing so many codes parallelly. So in a course of time, a lot of duplicates have been generated for the same defective, same grade. So I removed everything. I made a systematic, and we made it mapped from the legacy code. What is legacy code? What is SAP code? We mapped. So even now, if the people wanted to, search through their old code, they can always search through that code also, and they can use this also. So like that, just to go, just one more minute I'll take. To go further, in SAP, we require to make a bill of material for everything, whatever we produce. If we don't know the code, what will happen is, if I am producing a wire rod of 6 mm, so wire rod 6 mm comes from what? It cannot come from the raw material directly from the ore. It will come from a billet of 125 mm size. The billet comes from what? A bloom 320 size. A bloom comes from liquid steel of some grade. So everything is linked with the grade. If the grade, if it is internal numbering, there is a lot of complexities. Because one code, one grade, same 1008 grade, one place it is number 1, and some other grade, same grade is number 2. So for the person who is preparing that concept of that, bill of material and the master data, it is very difficult for him to make, because everything has to search, put it as a bill of material, and each bill of material is very huge in SAP. Even the air also we have to give it as input material for SAP, because ultimately they will run and casting area, what you are going to do, all these things. So it's a good experience. At least I liked it, because somehow I am into that mode. Okay, thank you.
But that is a true innovation, sir. That because and that is what problem solving is, right? See the problem, break it down into small
Yes,
parts, and then implement.
yes, thank you.
So when someone sits at the intersection of strategy and execution like you have, decisions aren't just made on an instinct. They're backed by solid analysis and in your case by deep dives into techno-economic feasibility reports. I'm curious, when you were evaluating a project, what were those few non-negotiables that you had to check out before you felt confident backing it?
Yes, for any projects, non-negotiables are very important. The thing is that there are multiple non-negotiables. Now, from finance man, internal rate of rate, IRR is more important. For production man, some other technical parameter is important, and for beyond which we cannot go the capacity. For logistic man, something else is non-negotiable. So what I always see is how to balance out these things. I had this data approach. I try to analyze and make everything into data. Now things have come like that. I always say I could have been into software. The thing is that what I try to do is I'll give weightage. So I know this is non. I will identify. I will do some SWOT analysis. Discuss with the people, all the stakeholders. make a list of things. What are the priority? Operations priority 2 parameters, finance priority to 3 parameters. Ultimately, you have to do profitability. So at one point of time, profitability, we cannot say outrightly profitability alone is important, because I'm telling you about 20 years back, our targets are more production. I need to produce more. Now the things have changed. Last 10 years, we can say the things have changed. Now, definitely profit is important, but we have to produce volumes, because there are manpower involved. We have to produce. So we now used to do, even when I was in chairman office also, I mean, they used to give me targets. We have to produce 5 million tons. Okay, 5 million tons converting to some X profit. Okay, profit should come, but the target is not profit. Now things have changed. Okay, so what I used to do is we used to discuss, make some 10 parameters priority with the chairman. Then we know how to handle. Suppose we'll give target to materials management, reduce cost by procurement cost by 5%. Raw material, I mean, marketing to increase NSR by 5%. Like that you do. And ultimately, what I do, I will try to balance out. Okay, now the finance parameters, I'll give 40% weightage. Production parameters, 30% weightage. Something 30% weightage. It is easy now. Like, we are having so many attributes as a human beings. People cannot get, you will not get height, you will get not intelligent, everything will not be get. We should know, we have to use the people, but at the same time, we should balance out, ultimately zero in on final decision. For that, I feel we can say factor of factors, where you have to balance out, come to one decision making, give to the higher ups, they will take a decision. This is what scenario one, if you give this parameters, weightage. If you give this weightage, this is the parameters. That is what you have to give it. Even now the war is going on. It will be like that only. They will say the scenario one, scenario two, scenario three. It will be there based on so many factors. The ultimate decision making body will be taking it. We have to do our job like that. That is what I used to. Nothing much about, I think. That's
Yeah,
all.
very well said, sir.
Thank you.
So, joint ventures often look straightforward on paper, but managing multiple boards and stakeholders with different agendas can be a real balancing act, and you've been at the heart of this complexity. How do you bring clarity, transparency, and alignment in such layered environments, especially when expectations aren't always the same?
So basically, in on Vizag Steel, actually, we could not take many JVs forward, because unfortunately, because actually what is happening is we got our own, I mean, not much of a surplus money. So we tried to go for 3 joint ventures we found. Out of that, one we went through, and the two we could not go it forward. Again, as you rightly said, there is a priorities, because any joint venture formation is even a startup. It is some 3 4 people coming together, one investor, whoever is having idea. So ultimately, anyone backs out. It is, I mean, for any reason of the person who is initially come to a MOU stage, they will have different things. They will come to shareholder agreement, MOU, lot of steps before going to JV. Lot of steps will be there. But having gone so far, also there could be some place where, because normally what is happening is, especially in private sector, may be faster. In public sector, it takes some time people to comprehend the things and appreciate what is being proposed. And 2 3 organizations coming together with different shareholding pattern, so their boards will be there, their interest will be there more than the JV company. So what will happen is, as the time takes more formation, the differences also will be more, because the intent with which you form the JV will be losing out after about 5 6 years. The initial, I mean, if the time gap between MOU and JV is the more, the likelihood of falling down is more, because obviously, because the whole, what you want to do, it may not be feasible, maybe after some time. So that is what, so what happened is, I was given charge to one of the, I am a CEO, but it's not a running company, it's not an operational company. So what is happening is, the one JV, they were closing it out, one partner is going out, then they gave me. By the time, initially it is so fast, we have awarded some contracts also. But unfortunately, final decision they have taken to not to go forward. And so what you have to do is, we have to close it in taking all stakeholders in consideration, because contracts will have their own issues, arbitrations will be there. They will go away, because they told that they already short closed the contract and all. So because this experience is also, other than the ERP, I got a very good experience. So what is happening is, because this particular company, because no one is there. I am only one person, because ultimately it's not a running company, obviously. So we need to make board agenda, talk to these whoever are on the board, because representatives on the both the companies will be there on the board. So I have to convince them, make agenda, then present to them, take their opinion, go back to conciliators, then somehow make them say that this company is not running, they don't have any money. So obviously we have to listen to these things, because obviously people will ask so much thing, assuming that it is a public sector. Not happens. So this is very good. This is that as you initially told, this opportunity also lucky. I mean, I was thinking, what is this? What is unnecessary? Is not what I will do. Name calculate is only CEO. What I will do. But ultimately, it's just like I could get the nitty gritties of a running company with some issues, and having two different people going back on a JV, convincing them, and any company, as you know, whether it is a running company, not running company, small, big, quarterly board meetings, AGMs, your profitability annual report, these are all same. There's no difference, because so obviously all these things I could get through. I can say this, I could one more experience added to me. That is the reason I actually I thought this I'm more conversant. Otherwise, I cannot talk in what is happening. So it is a very great experience. Of course, I do with transparency, as you told, no, transparency, clarity, and straightforwardness. There's nothing to, and we have to tell to the people,
Yeah.
like we tell in that they know, oh, Prakash, Sri Prakash wo karne se, Posina karne se. Then that sort of trust I built. That is what I
Yeah.
say.
Experience and trust and is
Yes,
irreplaceable, sir.
yes, yes.
So, after an incredible journey across planning, execution, transformation, and leadership, I can't help but wonder what's next. Like, you've contributed at so many levels, and the boardroom is a space where your voice could get even greater impact. So, at this stage in your journey, what are some of the aspirations you're personally excited about? And do you see yourself stepping into boardroom leadership as part of the next chapter?
So basically, what happened is, now I got 3 more years. I have taken a VRS. Okay, from Vizag Steel. Not because I'm unhappy or anything. Basically, what I have done is, my wife also works in Delhi public school, and then we run around daily. So I thought it is better. My mother is 85 years old. My in-laws are 80 plus. So what I thought is, I should have some time. That is number one priority. Number two is because I'm basically from local person. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Kakinada, and all those things. Why don't we try? Why don't we start something, a NGO kind of a thing, and so that we can help? Say we at least 1-2%. Because I come from science school. I've done my schooling in science school, Kurkunda. So we are very active. Science school you might be running, so it is an active group, and NIT is also active group. So why don't we start some sort of a thing that is locally we can help the people? We cannot do it, because once you retire, the mindset will be different. If you retire early, you know that you are free. Once you become after 60, now you think that everyone will brand you that you are retired. So I want that 2-3 years thing to think about it, do the thing. That is the reason I came. Secondly, when I was interacting my colleagues during the course of my separation, then some people in corporate affairs and all, they were telling me, sir, you are having excellent, why don't you go for your independent directors test and all, you rate it. So I was not knowing at all. I mean, see how the fate comes. So I didn't bother it. I thought, I don't know. My wife also told, no, no, no. What is the point in joining here and there? You don't want to join? Okay, part time you can contribute. Then I thought, I got this idea. That that link I got. I'm just trying to share, because it may be useful how the director's thing has come. So the link has come about 10 days back. So that is strategic something, independent directors meeting, some it do something not yours, some other that has come. And I was just started. I've read it. It's interesting. Then I went to, during my farewell function, one of my friend has given me party. Then he told me, I am forwarding one link to you. Just see, tomorrow webinar is there. What is it? I thought both are same. Then I see this link is the Directors Institute link. It's not linked to the whatever earlier link to me. Then I thought, okay, next day, yes, I told, okay, I will join. You also join. He didn't join. Then whatever I do sincerely. So I put my laptop webinar at 2 hours. I think Mr. Jishan, I think yes. So I was literally 2 hours. I read everything. Same day, I decided, TK, whether I will take the job or not. Okay, it's about some money from God. Something will let us do it. I will learn something. You will send the books. I will read one more learning. I got 3 more years technically for my retirement. Then it has come. So basically, I came to this particular directors institute, and basic my aim is to start NGO. Or other thing, one more additional point of what I wanted to is I see boards also. The unfortunate present selection. I don't say there is a fault in the selection system. Even more than the cross-functional, we are telling maybe I don't know. They may have developed because operation means operations. So actually, what I mean to say, when I see there should be helpless conditions where you have seen only one area. You are in the board. You are in the board because that's not your fault. You have been seeing one area and selected as a director, whatever, you are the director. So, either they have to be given a training or they should be exposed to at least two functions. I always, even I was trying to, give a suggestion to directors institute also. Because see, once I see him, because they don't have time, directors basically. And exposure because they will be having 2 3 years service toward them like me. So once they go, it's very difficult for them to go. So exposure to different functions, maybe 6 months, different areas. I don't know about how the private companies works. Maybe they may be rotating because here the rotation for us difficult, very less compared to. That should be a mandatory, or they should make the people okay. If not mandatory, at least they should be given that training 3 months to be exposure to they know about finance, commercial. Knowing him directly in the boardroom is different than knowing now. Like I joined directly not to ESG principles. Not that I don't, I know few things, but knowing structure is always helps. Whether you do it or not, that is a different thing. How the papers. That is what I think.
Yeah,
That is what
true, sir.
opinion.
And like you just said, it just reminded me that where we started, that different things lead to different other steps in your journey. This confusion about which one are you joining, which session led you to here, and from here, where can we go? We'll
Yes.
get to know in a few years.
Yes.
So, given your experience in cross functional leadership and large scale operations, how do you see ESG principles influencing the way industries like steel approach long term value creation and responsible growth?
ESG actually, I think it is almost about 20. This concept was there almost 20 years back. Initially, there is a CSR, something called environmental related guidelines and all. But unfortunately, the trust is more towards the latter part, the last 4 5 years. What I feel is now, fortunately, even the customers are also interested for ESG. Previously, no, normally they are only bothered about the lesser cost product. Now they are not bothered. They wanted inclusivity. So inclusivity is very important because when you see, especially in a country like India and all those things, when you see so many people, they don't have opportunity, helplessness. So it is one is there are three issues. One is basically technical issues like carbonization, reduction of carbonization, reduction water content, which already I think many organizations they started taking steps. Like if you take steel plant also, we are highly cost. What is that heat cost? Carbon intensive industry because we do with the coke kind of burning the things and all. Now we are also going to maybe electric arc furnace, scrap recycling and all those things. That is come. Now that will take care of all these things because now the very much stricter hard the guidelines are there and people are taking it. Water people have already realized. Now the water also people are having even our individual level also we are very much set. The thing what I feel is still that social environmental side I think it will be in place because what is happening is the system will take care unless they will not give permissions and all. But social I feel there's a lot to do because it is still people doesn't bother. I will give 2 rupees and where I will give no one knows. Sometimes they will give, sometimes they say that I don't get I have profit, I will not give. They will say 2% of the profit, sometimes they will not show profit. So that should require some sort of what do you say? You should have ethically or sensitiveness. You should अपने आप करना है. You should do yourself. The social is where you have to do yourself. Na? So I think with the younger generation like you, I think they are more into it rather than we are more into self kind of a thing. I think that will happen. But that is what I was telling. I will start NGO and all those things. So, I don't know how far, because what is happening is the system has to allow you. Many people, they wanted to help, but system has to allow you, because local people will be there. They will say so many things. It's not that easy to help also. But we have to put an effort. That is ultimately anything without help. Effort is not correct. And coming to that governance also, most of the things, corporate governance, everything is there, whether it's a running company or not. But what I feel is still there is a corruption level. We still 120, 110. I don't know why it is that has to come out. That will come only with again ethical learnings and all those things, and that has to come. I think that will slowly comes. Environment will come. The second and third, it will again more of ethics and personal things. I think hopefully in the one more some more decade we'll be able to do there also well.
True, sir. I think slowly India is changing, but
Yes,
it will
yes,
take time to change
yes,
the other aspects and break the whole chain.
yes,
So
yes.
that, yeah,
Because when I was, I always interact. See, one person gets so much package, some
yeah,
person no job for 10,000, 20,000. Is it correct? Where is the inequality? Where is quality equality? It's not
no
that I'm
base
I'm
pay, nothing.
I'm
Yeah,
running. I'm discussion with the one to one. You are my like my son only. So what I say is, what exactly a person getting 100 times? It's not correct. No? You go from 2,000, 10,000 to 110 lakh, 20 lakh, okay. Arre bhai, people who doesn't have job, eat, no? You have to
yeah,
give. At least my servants always say, I will always be liberal. I told them I have to give it to them. 1,000 extra, no problem. At least they should be happy.
yeah.
Come happy, go happy. Because not much. But, that will come, I think, with the generation change. I think
Yeah,
definitely you will come.
equality of pay is a big problem. So then, very rightly said that today there are people who are multimillionaires in India, and there is the youth that has no jobs, and both
Jobs are not.
coexisting is not good.
Even middle class is also going to that area.
Yeah,
The jobs are not there. The issue is
middle
that
class is dying, sir. Either they're going towards the rich or going towards the poor. The actual
rich also very less
concept.
now. 10% of the middle class, maybe IT and other things.
Yeah, that's all.
All others, nothing is there. Nowhere is there. Okay, Andhra, we are into IT, so people
Yeah,
are rich. But I see in many, it is not like that. Now we are into engineering and IT, so we are comfortable in. Of course, my son is in media. Now he is finding it difficult. I told,
yeah,
don't bother. You get 50,000, 30,000, 40,000 also no problem. No, I will take care. The thing is, I seen, because I made him study different branch, because I thought there will be change, but there's no change. But the thing is that it is same. Now AI is coming now. Okay, now people will like in alternatives. They will go for alternatives. That जो करेगा. But nothing much. Let us hope for the best. We should be always optimistic in anything.
absolutely. So, after such a rich and multi-dimensional career, it's inspiring to see that you've recently chosen to step into a new phase of learning by joining Directors Institute. I'd love to hear how has your experience been so far, sir, and what motivated you to take the step at this stage of your journey.
I'm very happy, as I told you, because I was busy last 1 month because of I could not really go through the entire material, but I could gist of it. I know ultimately it is a and the intent of the directors institute. I liked it because the intent should be more important, because what is happening is to develop, to train people who are taking decisions. It's not that someone will take a decision. Otherwise, I will suppose I'm in a board and someone will give me something to, things. I will speak the same thing. That nothing. We should know about what are the BSC values, what are the things, how the data is there. People should be more data oriented. People should know about what is how we can use the data, what is right, what is the right information, what is wrong information. All these things we should not go with the PD, because people will be there to assist you as you grow up. Many people will assist, but to have its own perception, such inputs are very important. And hopefully, I mean, I didn't, this 1 month wasted. I didn't do study. Now I will try to do from tomorrow. At least I will work 1 hour a day. I will try to do it. I didn't even touch that LMS. I have to do that. Let us hope. I am sure I have got a very positive thing. I will complete and do the things.
Yes. Great, sir. This conversation has been a refreshing deep dive into leadership and execution, and also into the kind of thinking that quietly shapes how large organizations move forward. So, thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure from my side. And thanks all directors also and the team. Thank you. Thank you, Tanvi.
Thank you so much once again, sir. And to our audience, thank you for joining on to FaceTime with Leaders. If today's conversation with Mr. Prakash gave you a new lens of what it means to lead with depth, intention, and long term clarity, then we've done our job. Stay tuned for more stories like this, where the spotlight isn't just on success but also on strategy, systems, and the silent strength behind it. Until next time, take care, keep listening, keep striving for success, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.